Happy holidays to you. I might be early. I don't care. Welcome to Center of Light. Good to see you, folks. Folks from the South, we call y'all folks. How you doing, beautiful, sexy human souls? On YouTube as well as on Facebook. Mamma mia. Welcome to see you. Welcome to see you. Welcome out tonight. Good to see you always. Tonight is Center of Light Branch. Light Branch. Center of Light Branch. The Divine Agency. Yes, is this the Divine Agency? It is. What branch is this? Sir, this is the upper branch. The highest branch on the tree of life. Well, thank you very much. Who is this divine agency? Are they working behind the scenes? Or are they involved in everyday life? Is it the group we have seen on the internet? Anonymous, they wear the mask. We don't forgive, we don't forget. Who and what is this agency? Holidays are here, right around the corner. I like jumping seat early. Let me do something real quick for me. Yeah, that won't work, so we'll leave it as it is. Good to see you, folks. Welcome to Center of Light. We're going to move into Support Center of Light. Commercial. I'll be right back with tonight's presentation. Center of Light Branch. The Divine Agency. Who are they? Where are they? Why are they? Are they? We'll see. Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight is Center of Light Branch. The highest branch on the tree. The agency. The Bureau of Internal Affairs. And internal investigations, if you will. The FBI. For betterment inward. So I've started fashioning this presentation tonight, getting up this morning, looking, seeing what's on social media. And I came across a couple of somethings that go into this presentation, for me at least, about Who is this agency? What are they? Where are they? If they are at all. So let's start with these memes that I found this morning. The earth vibration is entering a higher frequency. Well, that's pretty obvious to all of us. We're witnessing the arrival of a new consciousness. I hope that is familiar to all of us. It is a rebirth of humanity, of a new earth. Is there an agency at work? Sister friend Dana posts this morning, Soul Tribe. Surround yourself with people that push you to do better. No drama or negativity. Just higher goals and higher motivation. Good times and positive energy. No jealousy or hate. Simply bringing out the absolute best in each other. Ditto from Dana. When you're finally ready to heal and create the biggest positive shift of your life, you begin to see everyone as your teacher, especially those that trigger you. Is there a higher establishment, bureau, ambassadorship, agency at work? On what levels do they work? Is it angels? Is it also the group Anonymous? We never forget, we never forgive, we never forget. Who are these agents? You'd be surprised. Angels are agents of God who have no personal will of their own. Angels are agents of God who have no will of their own. It is said that angels are God's thoughts. They move solely by the promptings of the Creator. Are you an agent? If you fell under the categories I read in those 3 memes I mentioned just a moment ago, are you an agent? Do you relate to any of that? Are you an agent carrying out a divine mission? Are you starting to remember why you're here? See, an agent doesn't always have to roll up his sleeves and show off their muscles. Can be very quiet and still deliver one hell of a punch when the time is crunch. That time is now. From homecoming, crossing the bridge to the soul. Who are these agents? One of my first dialogues with Spirit many years ago. This is you as well. This is your dialogue as well. I just so happen to be the one who went through those motions. Spirit speaks, I come to you imbued with love and light, joy, and might. My purpose is of the highest calling, to give you the precious gifts of my words and my love so that you can share them with others. That sounds like agenthood to me. And inspire them to join you in carrying out my mission. My mission. Hello, Melinda. Mission. When secret agents are out in the field doing what they do, they go on missions, do they not? So we all have been elected, inducted. It's the word I'm looking for when someone invites you to come into a group. Help me out, somebody. What is that word? It's right on the tip of my tongue. I'll continue with my dialogue with Spirit. Tonight is Center of Light branch of the divine agency. I asked Spirit, did the heaven on earth idea start with Adam and Eve? They were the seeds for an Adamic people, but as I said earlier, there was interference from the fallen Nephilim, the fallen angels, and the distortions they had caused needed to be corrected. It is for this reason that Adam and Eve's third son, Seth, was born. For this, his purpose was to upgrade the human RNA DNA code. See, an agent. Lineage after lineage, these enhanced genetic codes have passed down through the house of David until they have become woven into the perfection of the arrival of Jesus. And Spirit says, can you see the divine order here? And I say, unmistakably. Only because of such preparation was Jesus, definitely an agent, able to come as the bearer of Christ's light. Tonight, a center of light branch. A bearer of the Christ light, offering a branch to all of us. A gesture, the olive branch. The dove of peace. He was the dove, the Christ. The life he lived then serves as the template you can follow now to unleash dormant genetics within you that will help you to reach your own divinity. Yes, through the lineage... Hello, Tracy. Yes, through the lineage of Seth, Abraham, Moses, David, and this goes through many different other cultures and religions and so forth. These are just icons, archetypes. And many others on a list too long to detail. Heaven on earth is now possible. You see, God is patient. And the word I was looking for was induct. No, that ain't it either. I'm going to keep at it. Spirit continues. The spiritual ones that came to earth did not come to solve all of the world's problems. Indeed, because everything tainted has not yet been cleansed, each of you must do your part to eliminate the wickedness left over by the fallen angels. If your predecessors had finished the job, heaven and earth would already be established. Look around, Keith, is it? And I say, far from it. So you see, there's much more work to be done. And I say, yes, I see. That is why you and others, hello, Brother Bob, that is why you and others volunteered to come to earth, to complete what the spiritual ones before you started, to help rectify the Luciferian energies of control and greed. And now that so many of you are becoming enlightened, others can follow your example and make the conscious choice to live in accordance with my plan. And I ask, please tell me more about our mission as light workers. And Spirit says, one purpose of your volunteer effort is volunteer effort. Is to complete karmic leftovers of anyone who has died. Hello, Rhiannon. This is what separates the boys from the men, the girls from the women, the wheat from the chaff. One purpose of your volunteer effort is to deal with your own karma as well as the karmic leftover of anyone who has died. This is what makes you an agent. You see, no matter how you have lived, when you die, you may leave residue behind. But light workers, agents, have the ability and the duty to clean it up. I know you might be thinking that you are being left holding the bag, but you must consider it an honor to see this mission through to completion. As the world begins the new millennium, this was pre-2000. As the world begins the new millennium, powerful forces of nature are becoming restless, but I suggest that rather than be alarmed, you consider them a reveille. A wake-up call to alert you for what may come. I do not bring this up to generate fear in you. I do it to encourage you to take a closer look at what is transpiring. Many of you can already feel the changes that are going on within yourselves, but you must look for the synchronicity outside because your progress can best be gauged by viewing what is going on around you. The sooner humanity heals its collective emotional self, the sooner you will no longer face calamities like the ones that are beginning to beset you. And I say, I know lots of people who don't buy into this prophecy stuff because they've been told the world was going to end so many times and nothing has ever happened. Spirit responds, yes, there are many of those who have their hearts closed and whose minds are now filled with skepticism. They feel they have been had, and that those visionaries you mention have nothing better to do than perpetrate such hoaxes. But their lack of understanding only shows their lack of faith. It is almost as if they want the visions to come to pass so that they can believe there is some sort of true guidance on the planet to help them feel secure when something of great magnitude does transpire. But it does not matter if people believe or not. What does matter is that you and they must not accept any of it as a punishing God's wrath for a sinful world. And I respond, knowing that and knowing what I know, I still sometimes catch myself feeling scared when I think about some of the prophecies I have heard about actually coming to pass. Spirit responds, as I said earlier, prophecy is not restricted to what only the seers may have seen. Since you have the same capacity for vision as they, you can change the outcome of any prophecy simply by not seeing it in your future. Know that if a prophecy does not come true, it could very well be because of its purpose, it has already been fulfilled. Still, everyone must keep their eyes wide open so that you can pick up on any potential visions that may be aligned and accurate. Dear ones, you do not need a seer to tell you how shaken your snow globe is. That you can see for yourselves. Continuing on. Tonight is Center of Light branch, the divine agency. Keep in mind what I said earlier, Keith. Your present legislative branch will collapse and it will take years to rebuild. Hello, 2021. Because of this restoration process, many old guard politicians will be forced out. Your new lawmakers will not make law per se, but rather will introduce you to divine law and teach you all how to fall into flow with it. Remember, too, the establishment of divine order is commencing as I speak. That said, it will not do anyone any good to be angry or judgmental about what has happened or what may happen. Do not harden your hearts to the point that you do not trust any worthy ones who may enter the political arena. If you look to any of them with the intention of finding fault, that will be your own fault. You see, we can look out into the circus, but it's our own circus. It's our own monkey mind slinging its own monkey feces. And we're throwing it on Biden, we're throwing it on Trump, we're throwing it on everything we can to not own the bump, the responsibility. Now, these people who are actors on the great stage of earth, they have an investment as well. But notice, once a certain political leader gets out of office, everything tilts, because if the favor is 51+%, whether you like said leader or not, that very said leader is going to begin to manifest the one pointed focus of millions of people. He has no choice but to manifest. Basically, we're casting a spell. This leader's not going to do this. And you got millions of people thinking this way. And so what else do we think is going to manifest through such collective, erroneous, mental imbalance, one-pointed focus times millions power? Hello, Elaine. I love you too. That's why I stay out of the political game. On the other hand, if you forgive both them and yourselves for whatever you perceive as your shortcomings, you will see that it is my, meaning God's, intervention that enabled you to select and accept new leadership and guidance. That was a lot of reading. Got a little more reading to do, but I'm going to take a pause here. I'm going to be right back. 1 second. Welcome to Center of Light. Tonight is Center of Light branch. The highest branch on the tree of life. Has that tree shaken a little bit and a seed fell into the fertile soil of your cosmic mother, Gaia, Mother Earth, and begin to sprout something that looks like you when you look in the mirror? But Keith, that just sounds so spiritual woo-woo. It is spiritual woo-woo. It's spiritual magic. Here's some fairy and angelic dust. Hello, sprinkle it. Put it on your cereal. Put it on your salad. And when you begin to put it on your palate and really get a taste of it, it's like, oh, this seems like a lot of responsibility. It is a lot of responsibility. But you have been selected. You have been elected to do so. David, my brother. See, you've come here on a mission. You are an agent of the light. I'm still trying to think of that word. It's an I word when you, let's say you're on a board and you want to introduce someone as a candidate to be seen or have consideration over for a seat or an office. What is that word? Not introduce, not induct. Lots of brainiac people in here. Come on, somebody help me. Not initiate. I'm going to wait. See if I get any response. Someone gives me the right word first, however it populates in here. I'm going to send you a free gift. Not initiate, not induct. Oh my God, what is that word? Come on, viewers. Help me out. Oh, well, I'll look at it during commercial break. Then be right back. Center of Light branch. Everything in the universe is comprised, extended from the source in fiber optic light branches. Everything is a hologram. It's fiber optics, just like they use. No, it's not invite, Laura. Hello, Laura. Oh, I'll be right back. Let's see. I'm also a little bit on the upper side. Do I have anything in my till? Choice. Why not choice? It's always a choice. Agent of the light? Simply a choice. You can be a quiet one. It's all about the posture. It's all about the attitude. I'll see you shortly.
Remember that all things are possible. You must choose to be accountable, responsible, enough to believe, and open your heart to receive.
Above and look at your life, and you see the life you live. Can you be surprised that it all turned out this way and not the way you planned? It's about what you know and what you understand. Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is a choice. Learn to follow that inner voice inside. That's the one that's telling you not to run and hide. See what your life could be when you visualize. It's about what you choose that you'll realize. Choice, life's a choice.
Welcome back to Center of Light. I was mistaken. The word I was looking for does not start with an I. It starts with an N. The word is nominated. I'm nominating all of you to become an agent of the light if you're not already. What separates a non-agent to an agent? One who is aware of themselves as an agent. I am a light worker. I contribute. You can be behind the scenes light worker, an agent, or you can give all the push and time and creativity that you have to it. But the choice happens, and the perks that come with that, be it in this life or in your eternal future, past, now moment, begins to turn within itself. And deeper degrees of joy, bliss, ecstasy, nirvana begin to seep its way into your experience. Now, do you want to be nominated? So as we begin to remove the parasitic thoughts that suffocate the heart, the parasitic thoughts that choke the mind from having clarity, just doing that simple process, be it meditation and prayer, or either or, make them both at the same time, listen and talk at the same time. Internally ask questions. Don't expect an answer in the question. You don't want the answer, because it's the lingering answer that this seems to never come, which creates a magnetic pull back to the source. I'm going with my questioning as a being. It's drawing me back to the source where answers are. The answer within, the answer without question. In this simple way, you become a conscious agent of light. And I tell you, the benefits are eternal. Eternal. You take that wherever you go, forever. Hi, Abigail. No, it was my mistake. My sister Wendy, how you doing, girl? She says, sorry, but I need you now, Keith. I'll be done here shortly, and I will inbox you, Wendy. I'd like to talk to you and see what's happening. So tonight is Center of Light branch. What is, who is, why is there a divine agency? Continuing with my most recent release, Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul, I want to tell you again, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Don't get butthurt. Just be fortunate that anyone sometimes during the holiday season, Christmas season, is giving you a piece of their heart by acknowledging you and saying, Merry Christmas, or Happy Holidays, or here's an ice cream cone, that they're thinking of you in such a delicious, divine way. I would just say, thank you very much. And then you go about your way. Silliness, I tell you. Continuing from Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul, I asked Spirit, so what can we do to speed things up even more? This is about everything we're seeing in the outside world. Not only that, about we see in the politicians who are running, ruling, dictating, governing the world. We pour our energies into it by the hundreds of thousands and by the millions. The conscious power that is inherent in the collective will give you exactly what you didn't want to prove how right you were about said politician or person in a seat of power. I don't play in that field anymore. Never really did. Change your logic. Most believe that if you vote for the least bad one, that will keep the worst one out. This reasoning will not work, because even if you vote for the better, or shall I say, the one not as bad, you are still helping a controlling system to stay alive. Here's what you can do. You can simply choose not to vote unless and until there are worthy candidates to vote for. You need not buy into a bad system that depends on you to stay afloat. And I ask, and if no one votes, and all those years ago, I asked, and what happens basically if no one votes? And Spirit responds with this. Someone will step up anyway to be a mouthpiece for power. Brother Bob says, control is not within our power, but we can light the energy within and pour it out All these agents of the divine in here. Love it. Someone will step up to be a mouthpiece for power, regardless if anyone votes. You look in the political arena right now, no judgment. Fact of the matter, he can't even speak. He cannot even hold his bodily functions. God bless the man. Can this person truly lead the free world? When I say the free world, I don't mean America. I mean the free world, which we're all moving to, because that's why we are here as agents. But very soon, so it does appear, he's going to disappear. Who's going to step up? I know what you might say in the political field. Well, it's going to be this one. That's not what I'm referring to at all. How many people are actually in control, and what is it they really want? We're going to skip over that. In closing, Spirit responds, I will lead you to the knowledge, tonight is Center of Light branch, the highest branch on the tree of life. The divine agency. Are you of that agency? Is it angels of the agency? Is it Christ, the Buddha, Muhammad, Sai Ma, Swamiji, Sathya Sai Baba, Paramahansa Yogananda, Ananda Mai Ma? Is this the divine agency? Is it the group anonymous? We don't forgive, we don't forget. Is it all of these? I think there's something else that's missing so far. I will lead you to the knowledge that best serves you. As I said before, not everyone in positions of power. There are people in the political field right now who are agents of the light, and they know how to play the game. They are imbued with such wisdom to do so as to how they do it, why they do it, and when they can do it. Any member of the clergy or any political person who operates from a selfless heart serves me greatly. My children, I know that you believe in God, but if you want me to help you shape the world into something worth living in, it is not enough to simply believe in me. You must know me as I know you. And know that, agents, and know that I am ready to do what I have always done. Work through ordinary people just like you who are making themselves available to anchor the divine principle. You, if you choose, can wear the accolade, the patch, the medal, bragging rights that you're an agent of the light. It is something worth anything to brag about. Whether you speak it off of your tongue, or whether you erect yourself and walk as if you were young, as young cock, young bull, a young maiden, full of fire, full of vigor. Agents are everywhere. The person behind you, in front of you, at the grocery store, who really didn't speak much, but they commanded a presence. Maybe they're higher up in the agency than we would likely give someone credit for simply by the way they look. But you felt it, didn't you? You felt that presence. That old black woman in front of you. That old Indian man in front of you. Young child behind you. You feel that shit. Makes you want to turn around. Makes you want to stare. Do we dare? To compare what is the difference between them and I? Because the difference will be made known. You find someone full of wisdom standing next to you, you feel the separation. That's part of the unification process. Ooh, that person has power versus, this is a reflection of me. There's someone else. So in this separation, it tickles a hair inside of us that reminds us, I know this place that they operate from as to why I understand it. They didn't introduce themselves and tell it to me. I felt them, and I know they're coming from a very solid, connected experience. Where does that come from? Where does it well up? It wells up from inside of yourself. Then suddenly, another level of yourself moves high into the bureau, into the agency. Many years ago, you see, everything is an agent of the light. Everything. Everything. Even demonic forces. You take God out of the equation, nothing exists. Prove me wrong. Change my mind. Could evil exist without God's presence? Is God omnipresent? So either God is the one behind it, or it cannot exist. So I went to a friend of mine's house, and he said, Keith, I got a call. This lady wants us to go investigate her house. She's having some paranormal stuff moving around. So sure. So we go into the house, and Richard didn't tell me anything. He was training me, wanted me to feel my own way. And he says, where? And I pointed, and I said, fantastic, Keith. He said, after this was all said and done, he goes, come over and sit by me. I said, all right. And so Richard's on one side of the sofa, and I'm on the far extreme other side. And he says, Keith, that presence is in the house. In fact, it's hanging around us right here, right now. He says, you want to learn? I said, yeah. He says, you feel a little courageous? I said, sure. He invites this dark entity, energy, to sit on the sofa in between us. And I can feel it. And so he says, Keith, do you have any questions for this boogeyman that's aggravating the crap out of these people? I said, sure I do. I said, why do you do what you do? And he says, responded back, what do you mean? Why do I pretend to go around scaring people? I said, sure, that's what I want to know. And Richard gets the answer from him and says, he told me to tell you that he is an agent of God. That if people don't find their way back to the source on their own volition, that's what their job is. See, all dark forces know this as well. They know exactly what it takes. Doesn't mean they're not doing it with malice or harmful intent, but it doesn't mean that they're ignorant of the fact as well either, at all. That piece of furniture you broke your toe on last night, it's an agent to reinforce spiritual development and growth. Wendy says there has to be something much higher than myself to achieve forgiveness and beauty. Absolutely. But here is the dance. Here's the conundrum. Well, there can't be a conundrum. There has to be an answer. That's the point. There is no answer. They both do exist. There is something higher than ourselves as to why we do the work, to expand into the highest aspect of ourselves, which from that point will never again look back or backwards in the past as if there was ever a lower self in the first place. Both of those do exist, and they meet as one coin. There's your currency. There's your payment. So we have one coin, that which is currency, value, but it requires both sides, head, tails, light, dark, high, low, in, out, up, down. So we truly get paid when we see that I am all there is. There is nothing higher than me. That's a fact. There is nothing higher than me. There's nothing higher than you. And when we all begin to move into what we are due, we connect as the wholeness that we are. The same as this is you, Wendy, this is Bob, this is Keith, this is your husband, this is your child, this is whoever. We all see these individuality, personality standpoints, vantage points, is because we're looking at the space between the fingers. That's why we see the separation. But when we step back and look at all the fingers actually join the knuckle, that would be called the Christ principle, where all things connect and originate, and God would be considered the whole hand itself. So yes, it humbles a person to realize that, I need to get on my knees. If not, the universe is going to drop me on my knees, which is never fun. But we begin to entertain, to use the word, invite, invest, integrate, graduate into the wholeness that we are, which actually leaves that lower perspective, and then all of our struggles from that moment to the forever past will be forgotten. Fantastic question. Fantastic point. Thank you. So everything is an agent. Everything is to bring you closer to that higher perspective. I'm not saying kill the world. I'm not saying run away from it. I'm not saying deny it, because you can't. But also, when I talk about the world and the outside being an illusion, it is an illusion. At the same time, don't kid yourself. It isn't an illusion. The words I use to play with or to extrapolate, make points, to draw pictures. They're not always in absolutes. They are in absolutes if you keep it in context. You take it out of context, it loses its value, its punch, and its teaching tool message that it has for including myself. But we are moving back to wholeness. The word wholeness comes from the word holy, derives from wholeness. We are all agents. Not only are we here to do the cleanup work from our own karmic past, but yes, we're here to clear up those who have left the earth and left the residual energy behind. That's why we're here. Doesn't sound so fun. It's an honor. It's a privilege. Many souls, infinite souls, are waiting in queue beyond the earth to board the earth through human birth. What is such a privilege worth? To me, it's everything. For it is only through human birth that God can be realized, through the person. Every other soul in the universe is envious. They want to be me, you, we. You're an agent. Live as one. Be as one. Turn up the gas. Turn up the fire. For what else do we have to do besides sit home and eat food and things we shouldn't? Take that out of context if you like. I might join you there. Do you dare? I do. I often need the context of my life to find new conceptual ideas. "2022 is coming. Don't listen to the baboons. Did you know the word to describe a tribe of baboons is called a congress? Did you know that? It's called a congress. The universe is not without a sense of irony and humor. Do you feel something inside of you burning? Though you may be joyful and blissful, do you feel that something in a furnace tucked away somewhere in there and it's wanting out? Do you feel that? That's your new mission. Your agency, your FBI agency, is handing out new missions. You get your new orders, your new mission, what you do. Do you feel that in there? 2022. What we know, what we believe to be reality is going to turn over on its head. And there's nothing any of us can do about it except be grateful for it. We resist it, the storm gets bigger. We accept it, allow it, and appreciate the teaching tool that it can be. We begin to see immediately exactly what it is, exactly what it wants, exactly who it blesses, and exactly who it haunts. I am not going to be in the haunted house. I'm going to be in the castle. Other people want the hassle, and they want to wrestle. I don't want none of that. I am an agent of the light, an agent of God, a child of the living light, a child of the living God, as we all are. Claim your divinity. Walk into your bliss. Walk into your peace. Allow it to seep into your consciousness and release. Spiritually orgasm yourself. Also know, before I go, as this begins to elevate, this will begin to elevate. It's called energy. Energy wave. Energy wave looks like this. Up, down, up, down. So when this one does this one does this. Don't get caught on the wrong side of the fence. Power is supporting you. Not in your good. It doesn't work that way. Not in your bad. It doesn't work that way. It just simply supports you because it loves you and wants to give you exactly what you choose. So now that the window is getting smaller for our unconsciousnesses, the window is widening for the aspect of us that is conscious. So we have to keep this sort of ratio, this sort of 51% balance, because once a tilt begins to happen, the natural momentum of energy in motion is energy in motion. Energy that is in motion tends to stay in motion. Energy at rest tends to stay at rest. This is a potion. This is the best that anyone can offer you. So when one energy is at motion, it's going to be supported. And if this same energy is at rest, it's going to be supported at rest. And you're going to be in an amazing lull and nothing's going to happen. You're going to feel like you're falling, like a rug's been pulled out from under you, because everything is just completely still. We're used to life moving. Pro, con, good, bad, in, out, up, down, hot, cold. To become the agent, we have to learn how to sway. We have to learn to be flexible. Why do bridges and palm trees and buildings sway this way? So they don't break. Palm trees, bridges, and buildings sway in the wind, or because of their height, so they don't break. We too must be like the palm trees, the buildings, and the bridges, and sway so that we don't break. There's a lot of noise coming, and I suggest that you don't put earmuffs or earphones on to block out the blah, 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 blah. I'm asking you to take that shit off and get a good dose of it. A real good, healthy dose of it. A real good dose of it. Take it in. See how it tastes. See if it's supportive. Does it make you feel tainted? Does it make you feel poisonous? Is it rancid? Is it food poisoning? But the only way we're going to move, not out of, but through our trauma, is we have to go back into it. But guess what? We don't have to go back into it. What do you mean, Keith? Because it's coming to us. All of the left undones are coming to us. So don't worry about it. You're covered either way. Whether you do it now at your own volition and get a head start on it, don't worry about it. It's coming. Intelligently so, it's coming. So it will find you. You don't have to do anything. Happy holidays. Your love beyond measure. It is always my pleasure. Again, just a simple message. If someone tells you Merry Christmas and you're an atheist, say, thank you so much. You get the idea. It's so childish to see people out there looking for reasons to be butthurt and butt tender. But then again, it's just who they are. So when they fire back and we offer an olive branch, center of light branch, agents of the divine agency, if they fire back, turn around and double up and say, thank you for being such a wonderful teacher to show me, and mean it sincerely, that this is exactly who I am not. Teacher. And then you tell them, Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas again. Happy November, my favorite month. One of my favorite months of the year. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Peace, love, and enjoy your holiday season. Don't let anyone or anything dictate or tell you exactly how you should celebrate your holidays.